Hello and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be the Monday Night War review episode for May 6, 1996. Of course, I'm Patrick Young. This gentleman to my right is my co-host, Joe Menudo.
Monday Night Raw 158 comes to you from the Civic Auditorium in Sioux City, Iowa. The episode's dedicated to Ray Stevens. This was immediately followed by a blacked-out silhouette of a supposed ex-wife of a pro wrestler. She says Shawn Michaels ruined her marriage and life. Up first, Mark Miro was able to defeat 1-2-3 with Ted DiBiase. Herself and Random Woman were with King and Vince on commentary. King and Miro do some fast-paced work, highlighted by Miro Plancha and a sweet kid dropkick in the corner. Ted slaps on a sleeper, wear down the Wild Man. Triple H attempts to sound like the pompous ace were coming off his bed. Lawler makes a weird comment about Hunter's name not being the only little thing about him.
There you go.
What?
A dick joke in the PG era.
Kid stays in control for a while until Roll takes a commercial break. Return Miro does into a crossbody, squeeze a big flying crossbody for two. Kid takes a breather, so Miro somersaults onto him. He's a wild man. Triple H goes over to help Kid and rolls him back inside. Triple H then crushes Miro, but Miro lands on top of Kid on a superplex and gets the win.
Good little match here. But honestly, it's probably the best that Raw has given in probably about a couple weeks.
Or years.
Or what's felt like years. But still not above average.
Solid little match here. My match had night on Raw.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could have a better one, but believe it or not, it was 1-2-3 Kid that was holding the match back. I think you could kind of tell he was on his way out the door soon, too.
He was mentally checked out.
Yeah. Yesterday on Superstars, Ted DiBiase sent in the Caribbean strap match for Steve Olsen with the stipulation outside of a loser he has to be his personal chauffeur. We hear from the ex-wife of a former pro wrestler. She says that Shawn wooed her, and she gave in. She calls Shawn the best sex she ever had. She also claims that her husband found out and the next time he faced Shawn, he couldn't concentrate. Bruce Bulldog with Diana Smith and Jim Cornette defeated Fatu. Bulldog has kind of become the de facto top heel since Diesel left.
Yeah.
Hell, they also missing Razor and Britt at this point, too. And Vader's title program was being held off until SummerSlam. Maybe there was some point in the match, Bulldog was Shawn's old opponent, like the ex-wife said. Because he lost focus too, because he had by a Samoan. Samoan, moron. Yeah. Surprisingly, Fatu gets an ephemeral very offense. Smith comes out, does push up a cartwheel, then the HBK pose. Cornette gets in all sorts of cheap shots on Fatu. Bulldog strikes the ref. Apparently, some of Fatu's family's in the aisle. It was like a Samoan gangster party.
Samoan gangster party?
Yes. The crowd's response to Fatu's attempt to come back was better than people would expect. Bulldog then wins with the power slam.
This was a long, boring match that didn't really have any need or right to be as long as it was. Yeah, it wasn't awful, but it went too long. The Bulldog associated threat to Shawn Michaels, but yeah, he took so long to beat Fatu. Next week, Triple H takes on Shawn Michaels and the Click explodes, and Vader versus Duke Jersey. Non-title match, the Adonis was suddenly defeated Techno Team 2000. There was a fair amount of Sunday shirts in the crowd. The camera focuses on her a lot because she was usually the star of the team, match, and entire division. Alexa Bliss with NXT gimmick is actually modeled after Sunday, where she will completely overshadow Blake and Murphy. Yeah.
Hart Whippleman was down the aisle taking notes of officiating, apparently. While the Champions hold the offense, we hear from the New Rockers in the back. They are very confident despite being DQs as hell. Honestly, the match is a whole lot nothing. They actually built to a hot tag, but I'm like, here's the Adonis win, inter-zip hits a whoopee cushion.
My review of this match will be, it's a Techno Team 2000 match. What do you think?
It should have been better, considering who was in it.
No.
Well, I don't know what you're trying to say.
It's a Techno Team 2000.
It was about 7 minutes And it felt like 15-20. Jim Cornette cuts a promo on Duke Rosie, while Vader menacingly growls and such. He says he doesn't believe Yokozuna is coming back either. The Undertaker will pull Vader to defeat Owen Hart with Jim Cornette in the main event. Goldust and Marley enjoy commentary for this. Vince informs Goldust that he'll have to defend his Intercontinental title against the Undertaker in a casket match against the next thing in your house. They almost storm roll up and Taker steam hits and they scurry back to the booth. When the match begins, there's a lot of the Undertaker choke Owen not doing much else. They go to break with Owen working on Undertaker's knee. Goldust begins to flirt with Paul Bearer, creeping me out. I feel like there are tons of fun creative mind games they could have built for this feud. Between Goldust and Taker.
Oh, yeah.
Owen goes for a sharpshooter by Undertaker for instance. Goldust tries to help Owen, but Owen's a good side there even being touched by him. That opens the door for the Taker win with the tombstone.
Yeah, I really wanted this match to be better. I tried the will into the universe, but it really wasn't. Yeah, this just seemed like it was going nowhere fast.
Yeah, it was a nothing match that was just kind of there. Considering who was in it. Goldust backs away from the ring, but Paul Bearer has wheeled out a golden casket. Goldust bumps into it and runs away to the back. Nitro, episode 34, is from the Ocean Siren Daytona Beach 4. Something like more iconic might be happening in this paper. Might be happening in this arena in about 2 months.
Yes.
Hughes Morris defeated Randy Savage via disqualification start off. Hughes Morris attacks for Savage entrance and he played Savage as being unstable and insane. But he hasn't really done much to fit that outside of trying to attack Flair. Abel Morris beats him up outside to go in. Morris puts on Savage's jacket and glasses. That allows Savage to turn around. He wraps his jacket around Morris's throat and hangs him on top. The referee calls for the bell because of it.
Well, at least Macho Man finally seems like the crazed person they're trying to explain.
Yeah.
At least that had that go for it.
Yeah, not much I really told about. It was an attack outside and an angle inside the ring. Savage drops a big elbow. Morris takes his anger on Nick Patrick. He hits the slasher before nailing a big elbow on him. For the first time in a while, I actually feel like Savage is nuts. Security officials come out to try and cool Randy down. Up next, Demon Lincoln defeats Jushin Thunder Liger with Sonny Ono. It's amazing how Liger still competing at a high level, like 23 years later. Bishop makes note that Shinjiro Otani is the new WWE Cruiserweight Champion.
Does he ever show up on Nitro?
Shinjiro Otani, congratulations for being the Cruiserweight Champion. I don't think show up. They were some quick stuff early, but fuck the match because they go split screen. To show Ric Flair walk out with his ladies. They take a seat at some special section backstage. Liger gets 2 on Brainbuster. Malenko gets 7 near falls and a whole serve. He works like a leg block and Liger struggles to get free. Liger comes back with a heel kick in the corner, then drop kicks him off the top. He follows with a dive to the outside. Back inside, Dean tries to alley-oop bomb, but Liger lands on him for 2. They jockey for position until Dean wins with the Tiger Driver. And my match of the week.
Yeah, my match of the week too. It was a real treat to see. I wish they gave it a little bit more time, but Nitro tends to do that with cruiserweights anyway.
Yeah, it was a good fast-paced match here. You could tell they were starting the Dean push for the cruiserweight division. And I did love what Dean brought to the division.
Yeah.
Outside all the other cruiserweights. I would like more payoff with the leg work, considering Dean was in the match, so it was technical. But they crammed a good amount into the 6 minutes and 51 seconds they got. Mean by God, Gene interviews Ric Flair and the ladies. He hosts a slammer tag before offering champagne to Deborah McMichael in the front row. She pours out the glass, but Flair tells her that she'll soon find out why he's an all-around cowboy. Blood runs cold. Glacier's coming.
All you MRFers are gonna pay. Eventually.
Sting defeated Lord Sting Regal with Jeeves. Regal was all bandaged and taped up from the parking lot brawl last week, which was literally the best match in the years on either show, felt like.
Yeah.
But I appreciate Regal still being bandaged and taped up. So, Sting tries to take advantage and win quickly, but Regal escapes the Scorpion Deathlock. After a break, Regal wears Sting down. The crowd reacts exactly the way it should with any offense from Sting, which helps it out a lot. Sting hits a dropkick, some arm drags. Regal bumps like a man for him. He misses the center splash, and Regal tries a butterfly suplex. Sting backdrops out into the pin combination for a win.
Not a bad match, but you can obviously see that Regal was selling the beatdown from last week, so it didn't actually end up being much competition for Sting anyway.
If All Stars win by pin like that, it feels weak or odd. When Sting does it, works. Go back and forth here, and Sting did his thing while Regal got to look good. And main event, WCW World Heavyweight Championship, the Giant with Jimmy Hart defeat Jim Duggan. This was essentially Giant as Lex Luger. Luger no-showed WCW Saturday night and had to be replaced by Marcus Bagwell. Apparently no-shows tonight, and Duggan is the replacement. Duggan wheels on Giant, he tries to enter the ring. Giant shrugs off, and once the referee separates them, Giant pretty much destroys him, and he wins in short order with a chokeslam.
Thank God it was short.
The Angry Giant continues to attack with another chokeslam. Shell jobber shove and tries to save Duggan, and Giant moves them all down. Ric comes down with one cheer, a Giant no-sells. Giant kicks his ace until Sting runs down, the crowd goes absolutely nuts for him. Sting chop blocks him until it hits a double axe handle. Scorpion Deathlock is applied and the fans lose their minds. Jimmy Hart clocks him on the megaphone like Luger arrives. He throws the Giant with a briefcase, but stops. Jimmy Hart calls the Giant off and they never go at it. Gino Owen gets to scoop in the ring. Sting demands to know where the hell Luger has been. Luger can't believe Sting would think that this is all his fault, and they argue as the show closes. Raw scored a 4.1 for reasons that people will never understand, and Nitro scored a 1.9
for reasons people will never understand.
Nitro aired out his usual time slot, moving to 7 p.m. To compensate for TNT airing the NBA playoffs, which might be something you had to get used to with AEW. And they're on TNT.
Yeah. So Raw technically went unopposed.
Right, yeah.
In its normal time slot.
For Raw, I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, 3 is a good grade for it.
Not a fan of this episode. It advanced a few angles into the pay-per-view. Though most of them fell flat. The opponent being scared of cancer thing had been done to death by this point. In 1996. The fake ex-wrestler's wife was lame compared to last week's angle with Jim Cornette just going nuts.
Just give it to Jim Cornette and have him go ham.
And outside the open match, nothing was really any good or average, for that matter. Nitro, I'll give it a 6.5.
I was going to give it probably like a 5 or 5.5.
It was a very solid show from top to bottom where everything met something, which is crucial. The open match is more of an angle, but it finally did something for Savage. With the Crease angle. Or unstable angle. Liar Malenko furthered the Cruiserweight stuff while Sting and Regal's pretty solid. The main event base, which is a horrible idea. But, at least Duggan got squashed, so.
Yeah.
And the close angle was great, though, between Sting, Luger, Flair, and Giant. Like, they had been, between the four of them. And with Sting himself, particularly in this episode, you could literally feel, hear, and see the crowd just popping for everything that Sting did.
Yeah.
Which is why, thank God, Hogan agreed to come back 2 months later. Or not, this same arena was going to boost Sting. Or join the NWO.
Yeah, well, we would have seen how that would have gone.
Yeah, so I wanted them to know. Certain guys aren't heels. Hello.
Yeah, TNA. And Vince Russo.
Yeah, but Dixie Sting was being cryptic.
He ended up being right, so his heel turn was justified.
So
technically, he was still a face.
We keep on wondering, how did WWE win the war?
Give it a couple years.
Weeks. They got 2 hours and 3.
Yeah. But they also get the NWO, too, so. 6
months.
There you go.
When everybody and their mother starts joining.
Yeah. Right after Bischoff joins the NWO.
They might see a change.
And then...
But...
Well, not that dramatic. It's more like...
That's when you get to, like, where there's, like, 600 wrestlers. I actually forget that.
Yeah,
Actual
you
match.
actually get the NWO B team.
How many wrestlers did they have paid on their contract one time? Not that WWE has ever to talk because they have like 330 something, but they're all actually WWEs. That's the difference.
And WWE also has like 5 different brands to put them on.
Yeah, this is only one brand, one Nitro, and a Saturday Night Pro and a Thunder eventually.
Yeah.
That's when you start getting to like who the F is that person?
Exactly.
I believe I had to review World War III one time, and it was that. I believe it was one of the giant ones. So.
Yeah, Lonnie Paffo's somewhere on the roster.
Right.
He never shows up on Nitro.
Him being staying there, I guess the biggest thing of that group. Yeah.
And I think he gets paid like a good chunk of money too.
Good for him. Up next, we'll do the WrestleMania 17 review. And then after I take out the trash, not that you need to know that, that was meant for you. Well, I'm taking Vicky out back. We'll be back with the WrestleMania 17 review up next.
Yes.
See you then.
See you then.